Matthew 11:15 says, He that has an ear to hear, let him hear. God is calling us to be obedient and have faith. He wants us to listen to him the first time he tells us to do something. Like Abraham. When God told Abraham to move, he didn't ask God any questions. He just moved and believed that God had a plan for him.
That's right.
When you don't listen to God, you pay the price like Jonah. When God told Jonah to go prophesy to the people of Nineveh, he didn't want to go. So he got swallowed by a fish, a big fish, and he still ended up having to go to Nineveh anyway. So God is calling us to listen and be obedient. It's better to listen the first time instead, because you'll end up having to do it anyways, and you have to go through all the trials and tribulations leading up to it anyway. You have to listen to, like all the prophets in the Bible, they had to listen to God before they could go prophesy to the people. They all had to hear God and listen to what he said, what he was telling them before they could go prophesy to the cities and the people.
Amen.
When God told Noah to build an ark, because he was the righteous out of everyone in their generation, Noah went and built the ark. He didn't ask any questions. He just went and did it. God wants us to be like Noah and Abraham. He wants us to do what he tells us to do and have faith that it's going to work out in the end. The Bible says that obedience is better than sacrifice. Amen. Hallelujah. Genesis 7:5 says, And Noah did according to all that the Lord commanded him. Noah was obedient. He did what God said to him the first time God said it. He didn't have to go through any trials or tribulations because he did it and he believed that God had a plan. Even though he had to build the ark and it was like a whole long time before it actually flooded and everybody was calling Noah crazy and thought he was going insane because they was like, why you have a big boat? And he was just like, because God told me to build it. So, but he waited on God and he had faith that God had a plan for this big boat.
Yes.
And he was obedient. God is calling us to be obedient. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, Jesus.
Like Adam and Eve in the Garden of Gethsemane, they were not obedient. God told them not to eat the fruit from the forbidden tree, and they did it anyway. And they were sent to exile out of the garden. And then everyone has original sin because of that. But they were not obedient, and so they were not obedient, and they did not listen to God because they did.
Amen. That's right.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Amen.
Yeah, they didn't listen. Hallelujah.
Thank you, Jesus.
Talk about it. Talk about one of the stories.
Like Daniel in the lion's den, he had faith in God that he would keep him safe from the lions, even though he had faith that God would save him from the lions, even though no one else believed it. He had faith that his God would save him, and he did save him in the end. Just like David and Goliath. No one else would fight the giant because none of them believed